If the peanut butter kiss cookie eaters in your house are anything like mine, they go straight in for that chocolatey kiss center. After watching my little ones dive face first into that Hershey Kiss year after year, I decided it was time to create a peanut butter kiss cookie with the perfect cookie to kiss ratio. Welcome to the Anthony Kitchen. I'm Kelly Anthony, and in this kitchen, it is all about creating great recipes to bring you and your loved ones closer together. I've personally been baking peanut butter kiss cookies with my little girls since they were old enough to hold a whisk. We've perfected the recipe, and I'm gonna show you how we do it right now. Just like with most baking recipes, you're gonna start with the dry ingredients. So we're gonna add in 1 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour straight into a small mixing bowl. To this, we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Be sure not to confuse it with baking soda. I used a baking powder specifically for this recipe because I wanted the cookie base to be nice and puffy and set up. And then we're also gonna add 1 teaspoon of fine sea salt. As always, y'all don't have to worry about memorizing any of these ingredients. Everything is written down for you at theanthonykitchen.com, and I will link to that recipe in the description below. We're just giving this a good whisk, and that's it for the dry ingredients. Time to move on to the wet. For the wet ingredients, you're going to need an egg, granulated sugar, brown sugar, peanut butter, melted unsalted butter, and a little vanilla. I'm gonna use my stand mixer fitted with a paddle attachment to mix up this dough. If you don't have a stand mixer, just use a large bowl and a handheld mixer. So we're gonna add everything but the vanilla and the egg to the stand mixer first. Sugar, more sugar, butter, and creamy peanut butter. This is not the time for healthy peanut butter. Just good old-fashioned, bad for you peanut butter with all the sugar is what we're using in here. So I'm just gonna start mixing on low so that butter doesn't go flying all over my clothes. And then once it looks like it's starting to get incorporated, I'm gonna crank it up a little bit. Now we're doing good at a medium. Now I'm gonna kick it up to medium high to get everything really good and incorporated. Now we're gonna add in the egg, and I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. With the mixer on low, I'm gonna go ahead and add in my dry ingredients. Just really gradually. Give everybody a chance to get nice and evenly mixed in. If I don't spill any flour, this is going to be a total miracle. Let's see. Success! Now, as soon as you see the flour start to disappear, you can stop mixing, knock off any excess that you got all over your mixer into the bowl. And what I'm gonna do, this is a really good practice, guys, anytime you're baking, especially when you're making cookies, is to scrape down the bottom and the sides of the bowl. If you're using a stand mixer, this is an absolute must because you just can't trust this paddle attachment to get all the way to the bottom. Then just give it one more little mix. Okay, we're ready to scoop. Now for the perfect cookie to kiss ratio, you're gonna have to scoop your peanut butter cookies a little smaller than you might like. These are gonna be bite-sized cookies, and it's gonna be like a 2-3 bites and you're done, but it will be the perfect amount of chocolate and the perfect amount of peanut butter, and you're gonna love it. So we're scooping them small, which means that we're gonna bake them for less time, which is a bonus because that means the cookies are gonna be ready earlier. Now you can fit almost 30 of these little dough balls on the baking sheet at a time, but make sure you have them spaced at least 1 inch or 1.5 inches apart. We're gonna pop them in a 350-degree oven and bake for about 10 minutes, and then we'll add in that Hershey Kiss. Because your cookies are smaller, you're going to need more Hershey Kisses. Never a bad thing. However, you wanna be sure that you have those Hershey Kisses unwrapped and ready to go, because as soon as the cookies come out of the oven, we're gonna need to start popping them right in the center. The tops of the cookies will set up fairly quickly, so just having this a little bit done beforehand will save you trouble down the road. Okay, the cookies are ready. They are looking fantastic, and they are ready for their topping. So you're gonna take a Hershey Kiss and just pop it right in the center. If your cookie starts to crack a little, that's okay. At this point, everything can be melded back together. If you're packaging these cookies up for gift giving, you're gonna need to wait a few hours because it takes a little bit longer for that chocolate to totally set up. Once the bottom of the cookies are totally set up, you can transfer them to a serving platter or to a cooling rack if you're gonna store them for later. Again, you really want those Hershey Kisses to have time to fully set. If you love peanut butter desserts and you're looking for a little bit more to add to that holiday dessert lineup, be sure to check out my bakery style peanut butter Rice Krispie treats next. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to subscribe before you go, and I'll catch you next time.